morning.
Let's get down to business.
I'm really happy with where these guys are at today, but I made some very crucial mistakes last night. One being I didn't make any access to the truss rod, so that's gonna have to get figured out. I don't really want to pop this fretboard off because most likely I'm gonna break the fretboard. I don't want to spend another 50 bucks on a rosewood fretboard. So I'm gonna just roll with it, and it's good that I'm getting all the mistakes and oversights out of the way on the first one so that I can make fewer mistakes on the second one and hopefully 0 mistakes on the third. As for dealing with this, I'm going to take the bandsaw to the sides of the fretboard that I have access to, and then I can just take a drill pretty carefully and start carving out this section until I get access to the truss rod. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I'm pretty sure I can make it work. So that's what we're gonna do first today, and then we're gonna start getting these two necks closer to this profile. I think I'm gonna do a straight headstock instead of an angled headstock on these two because I'm more familiar with it. I'm not sure if that's a great decision or if this is a better option. This way I don't think I'll need string trees, but it's also not the craziest angle of a headstock. So I don't know, there's a lot of variables that I don't know how they're gonna play out, but we're gonna find out together. Over to the bandsaw. Alrighty, it's nice and cleaned up, flush. I just do have a lot of more carving to do on this guy to get it to where it's supposed to be, but I'm not terribly pissed at how this looks or this looks, so I may just keep it. I do need to access the truss rod though. Cool. Okay, truss rod access. It's not the prettiest, but I can pretty it up here in a bit. Where is it? Yeah, you can see up in there, can't you? I don't know. Either way, there's a hole here. I'm going to, on this one, I think I might just carve all 3 back to back. I need to get this down to the right dimensions widthwise so it looks more like this. I'm just cutting this strip off all the way down and then tapering off where it's going to start to meet the body, and then I will carve me some neck. I've been kind of stuck in choice paralysis, like what do I do next? I think I want to get this guy into body glue up by the end of the day, and I'd like to get those two into fretboard glue up by the end of the day. I'm not sure if those two are going to get there, but I definitely want to get this guy into body glue up and start seeing what issues and challenges that I need to overcome on the other two. So really just get ahead of any problems that might arise for the two that are going to be, or that I'm attempting to be as perfect as possible. So on to getting this one ready for glue up. That's looking pretty good. I have some issues to fix here. And there's some gaps in the glue seam here, which is not great. Of course, none on the underside where it's where you're not going to see, but right where you're looking at the guitar, there's a ton of imperfections. So love that. Well, whatever. I will fix it right now. What I'm thinking for the top of this guitar is that I just do the wings and not the center. And I can take the center and do a plate for the headstock. And it would also make my life a whole lot easier attaching the top, because I can just run these through the thicknesser, planer thicknesser, and then glue these straight on, and I don't have to deal with matching, routing out, like gluing these all together and then routing out and around the fretboard to get to the desired thickness that I need to glue the entire top on. That's what I was worried about. Fucking took off a big ass chunk. Need to take a 1/4 of an inch off the wings. I've completely lost the plot here. Glad that this little tear out bit here didn't destroy our ability to get this kind of V thing going on here. Workspace is extremely disorganized. My mental state is extremely disorganized, so it's probably a good time to stop, set things aside, clean up, organize, and if I desire to later, I can work on the other two, but I think I've had enough mental gymnastics for today. Alrighty, so did a little playing around last night. I think the brass color scheme is going to look fantastic. On the agenda for today, cutting out our top and gluing that on. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get this in glue up. A couple more for good measure. Well, it's the best I'm gonna be able to do.